Hello, everybody. David Shuster here. Trump White House staff are reportedly in a state of panic these days over the president in public repeatedly falling asleep. During 3 different White House meetings this week, Trump was recorded on camera nodding off. This was Trump at a meeting with business leaders.
And I think he resonates what also Arvin said about the importance of the American technology stack. And then I was just going to finish with 2 points. There are 2 exciting things happening in the world of technology coming right now. One is as AI becomes the new form of computing, AI is going not only to the data center, but to everything, to cars, to PCs, and we see now the ability to run.
At that point, Trump opened his eyes, looked to the right, nodded slightly, and appeared to wake up. Then, when Qualcomm CEO Cristiano Amon spoke about a new generation of cellular communication technology known as 6G, Trump took credit for modernizing 5G, and Trump made the bizarre suggestion that 6G would allow people to see deeper into somebody's skin.
So we're into 6G now. I just finished 5G. I was a leader on 5G, getting that done. And now they're up to 6.
Let's do it again.
What does that do? Give you a little bit deeper view into somebody's skin? See how perfect it is? I like the cameras the old days. So they just had a nice feature. Now they cover every little. Let's see, Michael, you're in good shape. You're not gonna. But I tell you, it's the 6 is coming, huh?
It's coming.
Does it ever end? And what happens? You'll be into 7. Right? Before 6 gets old, you'll be into 7.
Side note for a moment, yes, Donald Trump just said 6'7".
6'7".
Whether you love it.
I'm sorry, 6'7" is just.
Oh, the 6'7" thing.
It's nonsense.
Or you hate it.
We are not saying the word 6'7" anymore. If you do, you have to write a 67-word essay.
I think one reason they use it is because it largely means nothing substantively. It's much more a signal of group insider status.
My kids are going to be so excited that I worked this into a politics story. Anyway, back to Trump, his naps, and his verbal meanderings. Donald Trump's now frequent habit of nodding off during meetings and events has reportedly left his staff with no idea what to do. They don't want to wake him up because Trump's on camera, but when Trump finds out later he was sleeping in public, Trump apparently rages at his staff and blames them for his boredom and exhaustion. Trump biographer Michael Wolff says that when Trump felt sleepy in his first term, Trump would simply walk out of a room.
Certainly in the first White House, 90 seconds, he was bored, he was out of the room. Everybody going,
Well,
now they're going, because he's asleep.
He's asleep, and then what we're really waiting for.
I mean, you can't wake him up. Also, the cameras are running. I mean, everybody is in a low-level panic now all of the time about Trump falling asleep, because then he gets mad.
Is that what you're hearing?
Yes, and then he gets angry. I mean, he gets angry. He essentially blames the people around him for the fact that he fell asleep.
Well, that's ridiculous.
Well,
I mean, poor Marco Rubio was trying to talk louder, I think, to keep him awake.
No, and I think that's it. But there is no, I mean, you're on camera, so you can't jostle him. Hey, so nobody knows what to do. And you can see it, and they talk about seeing it, that it starts to come on. And you know, he kind of relaxes, or the features change. He tilts, and then everybody knows the eyes are going to shut.
White House aides have noticed that with Trump, if somebody speaks louder or changes the pitch, it doesn't seem to make any difference. Trump still nods off. At a recent cabinet meeting, Trump had his eyes closed and seemed to be dozing for nearly 6 minutes.
Under these new trade deals is unprecedented. And so just putting farmers first, our ranchers first, Mr. President, is such a huge priority. The ranchers in South Dakota, the Maud family, who were facing jail time over a fence line dispute that had been in their family for 130 years. We fixed that. The Henry family in New Jersey, who were facing their farm being taken away for eminent domain to give to affordable housing, we fixed that. So being able to...
Promoting retirement security, the department rescinded the Biden administration's guidance that restricted the use of crypto in the retirement investments, and we're seeing more and more of that, where we also rescinded the supplemental statement that discouraged the fiduciaries from considering the alternative assets for 401ks, and that will also come through the Department of Labor, that rulemaking.
Now, to be fair, hearing about grazing rights and fiduciary responsibilities at the Department of the Interior might put a lot of us to sleep. And Trump is 79 years old, so heavy eyelids and daydreams are perhaps understandable. The problem is that the world and the issues of our time do not wait for anybody to snap to attention. And even when Donald Trump is wide awake, he is often delusional. Trump is not the sort of leader who tends to think things through, and when he jolts himself up from a nap, Trump blurts out things like, 6G will see through skin, or inflation has been tamed, and the U.S. economy is the best ever. In order for America to be more prosperous and peaceful, we need leaders who are sharp and savvy critical thinkers. Leaders who have energy and vitality. Donald Trump does not. He is fading away before our eyes. Now, if there is one silver lining in all of this, it's that Donald Trump cannot do as much damage when he's asleep or unconscious. Still, our nation deserves a leader who is focused and paying attention. And Donald Trump is clearly not well. Or as the kids would say, Trump is delulu. You know what TYT has always been about? Taking on the corrupt, greedy establishment. For us, it's the corporate media. We've been fighting that fight for over 20 years. For the cell phone industry, it's the same story. A handful of massive corporations ripping you off. That's why we're partnering with Noble Mobile. They're the only wireless company with the same mission as ours, to fight back. Their No Bull plan offers unlimited data for just $50 per month. But here's the best part. For any data you don't use, you get cash back. Real money that you can spend however you want. Stop letting your unused data pad the pockets of billionaires. With Noble, you take control over your data. And by switching to Noble, you're directly supporting TYT and our mission of bringing you honest, independent news. So give Noble a try and make the switch today. Scan the QR code on the screen now or visit go.tyt.com/plan. That's go.tyt.com/plan. By the way, some of Donald Trump's supporters at Fox and Friends recently freaked out over another Democratic election win and a Republican stronghold.
Numbers show the Hispanic vote went heavily for the Democrat. That is a warning sign for next year.
Kilmeade is reacting to this. Democrats flip Miami mayor's office, winning control for the first time in nearly 30 years. Eileen Higgins got a landslide victory over Emilio Gonzalez, who was endorsed by Donald Trump. Higgins focused heavily on inflation and affordability.
The Democrat, first female mayor to ever win in Miami. Usually it's a Republican. This is the first time in 30 years that a Democrat has won.
Crushed.
But they really
crushed, as in a Democratic win by 19 points. Check out that video at the link below. I'm David Shuster. Thanks for joining us.